Hey, welcome back to the channel. All right, I wasn't even supposed to be in an alliance this month and a half this season, and yet here I am in for Loki. I miss War, and I miss those guys. I miss all of them so much. So anyways, we're back. This is War 1 of the season, bringing in rank 4 Doctor Doom, rank 4 Spider-Man 99, Miguel O'Hara, and taking some fights that, like, honestly, a little bit worried about. This first one was not one of them, so we're going to start this off. It's a nice way to start the season. Knock some rust off, right? I've been on vacation. I was on an island, for goodness sake. So this is great tool to knock a little rust off. Rich get richer, feats of power. Mystic Ward. Mystic Ward's the one thing which could be a little bit of a problem. 95% chance for nullify effects to fail. So my plan was to just use my power steals, right? Get that Aura of Hazaroth up, use those lights, use the SP1, that sort of thing. You can see I'm going to be boosting pretty big. This is tier 1. We want to get off to a great start, get locked into Masters, going up against Matrix, who's a really good alliance. So going to take this as seriously as we take them. Now, use that 33% SP3 just in case Hyperion does somehow get to his SP3. This is a rank 4 Doom. And I got to tell you, like, I knew it would be a difference. But boy, oh boy, I did not realize it would be this much of a difference. So he's getting these big furies, but if I plan on not getting hit, it's not really a big deal. You see the SP1 there. You see we didn't nullify that power gain of his. That's that Mystic Ward coming into play. It's 95%, so that's not really surprising. The staggers aren't even really going to help us out, right? Because that is ultimately a nullify. We're able to bait that SP2 there, and then at this point, I think I was just trying to, I'm not sure why I didn't. I was hoping to maybe get him over 2 bars of power. That's what it was I was doing there. Yeah, so we got him over the 2 bars of power. Throw our SP3. Whew. Doom, man. There's a reason why I call him my #1 most confidence-inducing champion, meaning if he can reasonably take a fight, he is the champion that I feel by far the most certain I will win that fight. We're going to get to the SP1 there. I think we're going to steal a little power, and then we're going to throw this SP2. There's another fight coming up. I think it's pretty impressive, just impressive display of Doom. He's so good. They're putting in these Mystic Ward nodes, things like this, and like he just has so much in his kit. His stats are so good. He handles them for you. So now moving on to this fight here against Domino. This is that Rise to Power Spite. Now, Spider-Man 99, Miguel is going to turn off Spite, right? We don't gain buffs. He's immune to buffs. There's a lot of stuff on this. This isn't the video for it. It's a little annoying, but he's immune to it. I guess we got to look up the definition there. So we're going to go in, and I'm just going to do my best to keep my withers up. Now, again, a little bit rusty. Haven't done these fights, and I'm going to get myself into a little bit of trouble here, and I'm mainly going to do it because I'm going to get too excited about hitting to her block. I actually thought I had triggered the pause on that. I looked up the screen and saw that I had not, but I assumed that I had. So, and it was not crit fail. Crit fail will come into play here, as you'll see. And there again, I thought I triggered it, but I guess I didn't. It's fine. I'm just going to need to stay calm. This is ideally where I don't want to be. This is the exact opposite of what we want, right? We want to keep those withers up. That's what's helping us with the Rise to Power. But the fact of the matter is, even though I feel like I had triggered them, at least as far as spacing, the physical, like visuals of it all, I also haven't been crit failed yet. I'm at 99, now 97%, so I'm winning the health pool here, the health battle. I just need to get to my SP2, no problem, right? So here we go, just going to kind of keep playing this. She can gain all the power she wants, as long as we don't let her get to that SP3. We do have an indestructible boost on, but still, we really don't want that. All right, so now she's lucky. My unlucky is worn off, so I can dex this if I want to. I chose to, and I'm just looking to get to my SP2. Just looking to get to it. Here we go. We're going to get up to right now. I'm not unlucky. It crit fails. And it's the Wither that crit fails. So I haven't landed my Wither. And this is a problem for 2 reasons. One is the Wither is what's helping you control the power, right? That ability power that could be happening from the Rise to Power, that extra power she would get from hitting my block. But also, it is a debuff, and it allows us to land more of our ruptures when we hit into her block, which makes our SP2 hit harder, right? The more debuffs we have placed, the harder it hits. So here we go. I'm still happy. I'm still winning. I'm starting to get not frustrated, not nervous, but just like, come on, let's get this fight over with. That is my fault. I was still unlucky when I threw that SP2. I should not have done that. I should not have done it. It crit failed again, so I still don't have my Wither, meaning I don't have that power control that I'm looking for, that ability power, and also I don't have those additional debuffs. So when I do get to another SP2, crit fail again. So ultimately, I'm happy with how this fight turned out, because all the things that went wrong that are out of my control, I'm still going to manage to get the solo, stayed really calm, just finished off the fight. Didn't let Domino defeat me, even though she did Domino things. That being said, maybe, statistics being what they are, if I hadn't thrown that second SP2 when I was unlucky, maybe would have got that fight over a little bit more quickly, but still, ultimately very, very happy with that. My indestructible boost had worn off, so I took a few minutes breather, because I was, got my heart going there a little bit, going in against this thing. And it was also good. I was able to get, like I said, some rust off there. And now I'm going to go into this thing, kinetic transference, aspect of evolution. This can get really, really tricky. I'm very happy with how this turned out. This is a rank 4 thing. So you had a rank 4 Domino, rank 4 thing. We had a rank 4 Ebony Maw come out, the one I'm calling the scariest Maw. So here we go. If I could do this all over again, you're going to see me make the adjustment. What I would do is I would focus a little bit more on actually having him gain some power. Because see, I've got myself into a little bit of a scenario here that's not the best. I'm going to, I'm comfortable against Thing. But ideally, I want him over that bar of power when he's got the 15 rock stacks. The cool thing is, with Thing, you're hitting that his block to get those rock stacks up and to have him gain power anyway. And that's also playing right into how Miguel is played, right? You get that rupture up. You want to pause that, you get that wither up, you want to pause it with the dex, and then you just hit into the block, get those delicious ruptures going. And so this is just working out perfectly. For those who don't know, I went ahead and tested again, just to remind myself, Miguel's SP1 and his SP2 are both 4 hits. So you want Thing at, ideally 11 would be great, at 11 rock stacks, then you move him up to 15 and get him to throw his special, but you make sure you're below 11 if and when you do throw it. So here we go. So you saw I had him at 11, feeling pretty good. And we're just going to get him back to 15. He's been passive. This fight's just been working out ideally. Like this is, I couldn't have drawn it up better. So we've got him. We're going to get him to throw his special again here. And then we're going to get into our SP2. We're well under the rock stack limit I just talked about. So I feel very safe doing it. The wither will go up. And rinse and repeat here. I mean, this was, I really can't draw it up better than this. This is, as far as executing the game plan that I had, like I said, the very beginning of the fight, I would have liked to have gotten some more combat hits in instead of just into his block, get his power up, but I know how to handle Thing. He was playing very, very patiently, passively, I guess, in some ways. And that was actually working out in my favor. Through that SP1 or that SP2, I knew that he only had 11 rock stacks, so even if it didn't kill him, wouldn't have been a problem, would not have sent him unblockable, unstoppable, and all those terrible, terrible things. So that felt great. I mean, that's a rank 4 thing, and I'm feeling good. I'm like, I am on it. This fight was coming up. I think this was an option fight between me and Michael, Karate Mike there. And he was in a movie. I wanted to kind of clear it. I have a rank 4 Doom. The thing that gave me a little bit of concern here is you see that Mystic Ward. That's only an 80%. This isn't 95% like the Hyperion here. I'm like, I got a rank 4 Doom. I'm feeling the rank 4 Doom running through my veins at the moment, basically. And I was like, I'm doing this. You know, like Karate Mike would obviously solo it. I think me with the rank 4 Doom is going to be a-okay. So here was my plan, is we did have the guidance passive from White Magneto placed by, I believe, FaZe had placed it. And I'm like, I'm just going to try, I'm going to actually try to nullify the rod. Because once you get rid of the rod, it makes all the difficult things about Annihilus, they just kind of go away. We got the rod off there, and now this fight's just a Doom fight, right? So we're going to use those buffs with our Mystic Dispersion, get ourselves the SP1. We're stealing a significant amount of power because he was over 2 bars. Then Mystic Dispersion being what it is, it's kicked us up to our SP3. We now have him in the Doom cycle. Light, right? Started all over. Here we go. So let's watch this happen. And it's just nice. You know, I'm aware of all of this, but actually haven't happened myself, experienced it myself, that an additional, although it's small, combat power rate of having to go to a rank 4, like you just see how much smoother everything was. Everything was so much smoother, and then that SB2 hit so hard. It's over. Like, Annihilus stood no chance. As soon as we got the rod off, he stood no chance, and honestly, maybe he would have been able to do some damage to him, but even if the rod had not come off, if Mystic Ward had prevented that, we would have continued to try to get it. There's other buffs that would have fed Mystic Dispersion, and we would have taken care of him. Anyway, I think that's a very, very safe fight. I'm glad I went ahead and did that. And I hope Michael enjoyed that movie. I believe he did. It was a very good movie. Okay, Now this was the fight. This was the scary one. This is the Node 55 upper right-hand corner mini boss, right? Ebony Moss, so now Mystic Dispersion. I should not have to worry about this global because of Miguel, immunity to bust. But here's the rest of it. This makes this terrifying. The best defense, blah, 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 no big deal. The brute force, right? I am going to be taking 100% of total health over 30 seconds. 30 seconds is not a long time to lose 100% of your health. If I'm not hitting him every 6 seconds, then you combine that with the hard knock life, the well-timed blocks, we're going to get that passive disorient, reducing our defensibility actually. So there's only so much I'm going to be able to rely on parries. Additionally, this node has limber. It's going to be reducing the parry stun duration by 20% per parry stun. He's probably running max limber already as his mastery setup. Rank 4, I do not have the guidance pre-fight from a white Magneto. So here was my plan. My plan was, 1, this is the last fight of the war. I don't care if I have 1% health or 100% health, just as long as I have some health at the end of this fight. I am going to parry as little as possible. In fact, I'm going to have 1 parry and it's actually an accident. And I'm just going to focus on doing my best to punish his SP1s with my heavy to knock him down so I don't have to worry about falter. Because the biggest challenge for me, I think for anyone, but definitely for me on this node, is how many things I have to pay attention to. The falter timer and Maw's ramp, I can't think of what it's called at the moment, and then also brute force are just, they're on my health bar. It's not something I want to be paying attention to, especially 2 of them. So here we go, let's take a look at this. I'm going to be, I'm boosted real big, and I believe I go with the SP1 boost, because I figure if the invulnerability is not what I need, I want to be getting to my SP2s as quickly as possible, getting those debuffs on, landing large SP2s. If I get hit, I get hit. I just didn't think that's what would kill me. Let's put it that way. I felt like the longer this fight goes on, the more all those things I have to keep track of were really going to start to hurt. So this is a great start. I'm really happy with this. I'm able to hit into his block, which is part of the game plan. Now here I need to bait a heavy. I need to bait something that I can punish because I've got that on me. So there we go. I've got that off. You're going to see we're going to land some nice intercepts. Now I want to bait that SP1, right? Because I want to land the heavy. That was the accidental parry right there, but I figured it was my first one, so I went ahead and punished just to kind of get a hit in. But now we're degenerating again, and we've got the falter. I'm trying to bait the SP1. He will not throw it. He just refused to throw it. I'm getting a little worried right there. Now I'm like, okay, I'm still winning this fight. If he throws that SP2, I just am going to block it. I'm not going to try to dex it. Was really happy with how that turned out, because even sometimes when I don't try to dex, it still catches me a little bit. Here again, I just want to hit him to get that degeneration off me, and now I know I've won. I got the nice intercept just because it felt good. It felt very natural to go for it. I wasn't trying to set that up. Wait for the falter timer to come off. SP2, game over. I am so proud of that fight. I'm so proud of the fight. I'm sure it could be cleaned up. I'm sure someone has done it better somewhere. Maybe many people have. I'm happy with it. I'm proud. I'm excited. Back in 4 Loki, they're really making it work on their schedule. I mean, I am on vacation right now, and they're still finding ways to make it work. So I appreciate it. I got to play a role. I got to be helpful. I got to take some tough fights. And then we win the war against Matrix, a very good war alliance. So that felt even better. Clown is Clown. Bryn, Proddy, Mike, 3 of the best players in this game, 3 of the best players in this alliance. Felt awesome, man. It felt awesome. I got to tell you. Really cool. Like I said, I've missed the group. I missed war, and they're doing everything they can to help me find the ways to fit it into my vacation. So far, so good. 1 war up, 1 war down. Thank you so much for watching. Hope your war season is off to a great start. Let me know what you think about those fights. If you've taken them, if you haven't taken them, anything going on. Really always enjoy reading through the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.
I hope you either learned something, were entertained, or even better, a little bit of both. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.